Okay, we're going to get started on this long awaited topic. And first thing we're going to do is a little bit of history of it. Okay, see, if you go all the way back to before Moses, they did not even friggin' understand what it meant. It was hard. And even as Moses did his years and learned language and started teaching others and started the books, um, it was tough. The best way he says to explain it to you is imagine you got a classroom of fifth graders and you're going to teach them trigonometry day after day after day. Uh, it was, our Father has some patience, people. Our Father has some patience. There were the scammers, the men of God. They figured out how to read and read the book of God. And their understanding of sacrifice was everyone was to bring their best meat and put it on the altar so that they could eat well and have a sacrifice to God. See, even that pyramid thing was going on then. You know, all them poor farmers that, they only had two calves. What? I got to give one? God not going to be happy with that? Don't give him one? Okay, fine. So he gave one, and he was truly rewarded for that. But the priest, or the man of God that was taking that in, the top of the pyramid, yeah, you know where his ass ended up. Yeah. Yeah, it was always like that. See, and best way to explain is most of the men of God were literally the one percenters that we have today. They uh, they were at the top of everything because they could read them damn books, and people were learning, and they were teaching them what it meant to follow God, and they were using God to get every damn thing they wanted, and that's when Jesus came to stop all of it, and make them realize that isn't the program. And now, mind you, now many of the men of God did understand what it meant. They were never a church. They were just ones that literally walked the land and told them about God and then moved on. And they'd get a meal or something that day and move on. But they were never a church. They never stayed in one place. They knew the mission was to travel the lands and teach that God is there. And so, yeah, there are some really good ones up there. And believe it or not, they're talkers. Yeah, yeah, just like me. They love to talk, and you'll get a chance to sit and meet them. That's another cool thing about up there. It's not uncommon to sit down and watch God's History Channel for a year. Turns out you got a lot of time on top of it, and you see the whole time you're sitting there watching that, your magic account, your monthly, it just keeps adding up. So if you got a big project coming, man, sit down and watch God's History Channel for a year, and dude, you got everything you need right there, David. Punk. Cool program, huh? Yeah, we even save up there. Yeah, and totally get entertained while we're doing it. The only thing is you got to keep pausing for that damn REM cycle. It takes about 5-10 minutes, man, but it's an interruption. And then you interrupt for holidays. You pause the channel and go out and celebrate Christmas or Easter. They never have celebrated Fourth of July until now. This coming Fourth of July will be the first one that will be celebrated in heaven. And they always had the three holidays: Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Easter, or I mean Christmas. And it's one of those things where you'll get the program when you get up there. They'll hand out flyers and that kind of thing. But anyway, getting back to this, understanding how sacrificing. Okay? Men were awful back then. They were awful. And so for many years, it was always about that top 1%, the ones that men of God, that took from their children, his children. And his children that gave, they were rewarded with everything. And those that received, yeah, their ass, yeah, we know where they ended up. So, and that's the reason why there's no popes in heaven. Because as that church started building itself and becoming a power, God needed that one at the top. This one was a guaranteed not going in. I don't care how good he was. That was not happening. And so, inadvertently, they created their own sacrificial lamb. And they all fought for it. Imagine that. God does work in mysterious ways, doesn't he? So, however, this one we got here today, he would have never let him be a pope in the old days. He's a good one. And that's why he is where he is right now. It's like he's been moving his chess pieces all into position. And I still don't know that guy from the Muslims. And Munson, yeah, they're where they are. Is Munson still alive? I don't know. I don't have fact on that one. But whoever's in charge over there is in charge. They're in charge. So, got a text from Judas 2 there. I got to get that $100. That dude's going to have some serious indigestion. Oh, anyway, back to class. Yeah, so the history of sacrifice has totally been screwed up. All right, and so we're going to take the gray out of that, and we're going to get it all straightened out. I'm just supposed to get you on this first segment of the history, and how stupid and screwed up and friggin'. Oh, God is so glad to straighten this damn thing out. Okay? So stay tuned. I'll be back in here in a few. I got to watch a couple more music things, and I got to check that text. I've still got that friend job. I don't know. He hadn't let me off on that one yet. I don't know what to do. I got to do what I got to do. I'll be back.